Doma Sports Talk Worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, yeah, you know what I'm saying? A couple of days off, brother, I done messed around and got into the World Cup. You know what I mean? A little bit. It's a little fairness going on there. Took a break from all this BS. And some of the other sports that be going down. Now, especially, you talking about this boxing stuff, man. We had the big fight. I didn't even weigh in on it with Xander Zayas and Jerron Boots Ennis. That was the talk of this, talk of the boxing world. It was a good fight, exciting fight and everything. I like I said, I didn't weigh in on it. My opinion was it was a great fight. Um, but it's just the same things that you're always finding out. Now, most of the time, people are kind of focusing in with Jerron Boots Ennis getting hurt in round three. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, well, you guys don't like Tom and Jerry fighting. You want John Boots Ennis as a smaller guy to stand in the pocket and walk the other guy down. You get all that. A guy gets hits a couple of times, gets wobbled or whatever, then focus on that. And then brothers can get popped and wobble a little bit and then get a reputation of being chinny. You know, I'm like, wait, I thought chinny wasn't chinny for people who gets knocked out. Why is it, like listen, Devin Haney has a reputation of being chinny, right? Because Jorge Linares popped him at the end of the round. He stumbled to this corner. Now, all the times he's been hit before that and stays in there, we ain't talking about it. He gets a reputation as chinny, and people that get knocked out and really wobbled are not getting that reputation. Kind of irks me, because chinny just means that a brother got hit and stumbled. Then we're not talking about him standing up and taking it and still fighting. Here's a perfect example of that with Xander Zayas. Now, I want to preface this by saying the attitude and the character of Xander Zayas uh, is exemplary. He's nothing but a cool young man. He took the loss well. He fought his heart out against a very good fighter, and he took the fight, which a lot of people, are not going to do. You're looking at Fundora right now. Fundora, big old ass, didn't want to fight Terrence Crawford, and they don't want to fight Jerron Boots Ennis neither. You know what I mean? Big, 6'5", and or 6'6", and ain't trying to fight nothing like that. So I'm just saying, Xander Zayas, much props to him. No excuses after the loss. No excuses, even though they were trying to give him an assist to say something, to make excuses. Like, hey, you want to go up to 160? Like, no, I don't have no problem with weight. That's not the problem. The problem was this guy is awesome. And people doing stuff like that, I'm always remember that because you don't have to do it in fighting, not boxing. All you gotta do is bash your brother, and you good, right? Now, but Xander Zayas is, people are talking about his heart, which they're right. Yeah, Xander Zayas showed some heart, totally, because he was taking a lot of punishment and he was in there. Matter of fact, taking a lot of punishment in rounds 1 and 2, and came back around 3 and hurt your boy Boots, right? And stayed in there to about when he get knocked out was round 5 or round 7. But he took some punishment and stayed in there for a while. You understand? Now, he has heart, but here's a perfect example of who doesn't have heart. Now, when people are talking about Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, do people talk about Devin Haney's heart? What's the difference here? Imagine that Devin Haney was fighting a guy who didn't make weight. Devin Haney's drained his opponents not making weight. I'm not talking about 0.5 pounds overweight, 3 pounds. So his fighter didn't make weight and was doped to the gills. Devin Haney keeps getting knocked down, but keeps getting up. And not only getting up, damn near winning the fight, even though he was knocked down. If that's not heart against a guy who's heavier than you, not trying to make weight like you, and you know, doped to the gills, the part so much doped that his personality changed. That's not a little bit of dope. Ask the people that's doing, that white stuff. They'll tell you how different they are. That's that kind of dope this dude's doing. And you standing there, you keep getting up. And the narrative isn't how much heart Devin Haney has. You see what I'm saying? That's what those parts that irk me. That's why, yeah, I'm watching some soccer right now. Because stuff like that just pisses me off. Y'all know how I roll a little bit. And it's just like, man, you can't even talk to these people. It's the same people from the same place where we got a illegal war going on. Illegal. Messing up the whole world because we just accepted some fool. You know, illegal stuff. And we're not on it. We're not taking people out of the place with handcuffs, right? We looking just business as usual. So, the only thing I don't like about the World Cup is that people didn't boycott. But other than that, World Cup is going down. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of watching that right now. Matter of fact, even in basketball, I know the same basketball video. Man, everybody that can't play defense are getting max contracts. I'm gonna try not to say no names. Dudes that don't even play no damn defense though at all, basically, are getting max contracts. People that's defending, ain't nobody, man, it's ridiculous, man. I ain't gonna even go there. But the bottom line is this: Xander Zayas has heart, but so the hell does Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? And Devin Haney, neither him or Jerron Boots Ennis are chinny. Let's start calling people chinny who gets knocked the hell out or often hurt. You know what I'm saying? But you probably can't. Probably don't even know the reason for the damn video. So anyway, Doma Sports Talk worldwide, and I'm about to hear y'all.